For me, some of the big wins that we've got through this and kind of that moment where you start to realize that this change is for the better and it will work with Ippolito is when we started to get the executive team together and really sit in this room and uncover how does sustainability fit into our strategy and what is our strategy going forward. Ippolito Fruit Produce is a third-generation family operation. We moved into this facility right now, what we call our head office on North Service Road, in 2005 and started packing spinach and baby greens here in later that year, early 2006. We're truly a grower, packer, shipper. We've integrated right from field level, harvesting in California, through transportation, and then through processing and sales to retailers.
So when we first started thinking about this project, I remember having a conversation with Doug saying, we've got a food waste issue. Can we get some support from Provision? And I was encouraging him to look at things like our tools. We came up with this concept to do this project. And then I sort of suggested, well, if we're going to do new technology, we probably need to make the employees aware and make sure that we have the business strategy in place.
When I joined the company, one of my primary roles was business operational transformation and looking at source point solutions for improved capacity, improved profitability, and some aspects around gaining efficiencies. And in doing so, I stumbled across some challenges that were around yield and loss. The piece that Provision brought was to challenge us on our thinking process and to start to make us make better decisions using whether it be metrics and simple economics approach or just an approach around the strategic philosophy. Our approach to design involves 9 different partners. We were wasting a great deal of product through a vision system, and the vision system was tuned as best as it possibly could, but we found it was over-inspecting.
The underlying principle here is that food is chemistry. There's so much chemistry in food that dictates how good it is, how long it's going to last on the shelf, how it tastes, how it behaves. And that chemistry information historically has not been truly extrapolated and leveraged for decision-making like this in line in real time in a processing facility, whether it's in produce or in meat or elsewhere.
Our system can differentiate because it really doesn't care about shape, size, and color. It really just studies the chemistry. Differentiating between very similar complex inputs, which is traditionally what we have, is incredibly difficult. And that fine-tuning, well, for us, meant possibly as much as 20% waste. And so taking the approach of chemical imaging for me made a lot of sense. And so that example as to how to do innovation through a collaborative approach has really transformed our businesses completely.
Everybody's skeptical naturally of change, and it's trying to explain the benefit of this change is good for everybody, this change is good for the business, which in turn means opportunity for everybody from top to bottom. And the risk of not doing it is you become stale, you become inefficient, your cost of production becomes more and more. So in today's environment, everybody knows cost is increasing, labor is increasing, hydro is increasing. So how do you start to become better at what you do? And sustainability is a great way to become better at what you do on a daily routine.
Ippolito is a wonderful example where we have a disruptive, innovative technology that we want to apply in a facility, but we had to make sure that the business was ready and that they had a sustainable business strategy, that their employees were ready. And then finally, we wanted to make sure that the technology could be shared so that it truly becomes a disruptive technology that can be applied, whether that is in the agricultural field or in other processors and manufacturers.